This picture, brothers and sisters, was made at the request of King Uber 922 Fanboy, a loyal subscriber, and it is a picture of Megan Fox. So if you like it, remember to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Assassin's Creed figures and the Walking Dead novels. I open them all up and show them to you. Well, hello, my brothers and sisters of the Nerd Nation. I, as always, you can't get rid of me at this point, am Jim, here to bring you another nice, fun unboxing. I've ordered a few different things that I have, and some things I've been hanging on to, kind of waiting until the appropriate time to open them, as with the last half a dozen volumes of One Piece that I had. I do have some more of those that are on their way and some that have already gotten here, but as we get closer to getting into those volumes, I'll open them. So without further ado, we have a few things to open up here today. With the upcoming Season 4 coming out of Walking Dead, I have already reviewed the first dozen comic books of it, and I'm going to be doing reviews on the TV series as well to get caught up for the October 13th premiere of Season 4. And then, of course, I'll review every episode too and kind of do breakdowns and recaps of those as well. But a good friend of mine, and I'll actually probably do some cooperative reviews with him, told me about the comics, and that if you collect the comics and you read the comics, or even if you watch the show, one of the main bad guys, enemies, whatever you'd like to call them, is the governor. And evidently there was 2 side books that were actually written about him. There we go. That were actually written to show, his origin, and anybody who's familiar with The Walking Dead knows about, the Governor and Woodbury. And there's 2 of them. There's A Rise of the Governor, and so these are definitely ones. I don't think that they're like the comics. I don't think they have any pictures associated with them. I think it's strictly like a novel. But and although they are side books, they are still pretty cool from what I hear. So if we can ever get this bad boy open, Jesus. At least it was packed well, I suppose that's a good thing, right? Could be worse. I've ordered things before, and it comes in these like makeshift things that looks like something that was left at the side of the road, but a hobo wouldn't pick up. Alright. Jeez, criminal. It's going to be a 2-minute video. It's going to be a 14-minute video by the time I'm done opening the damn thing. Alright, let's see if I can cut into this now. Wow. This is like triple layer of protection. It's like a brown bag, it's kind of like when you're opening the wrapping paper at Christmas or a birthday, and you got that aunt that just uses like a half a roll of tape for each item that she wraps, You just kind of wonder, like, what the hell, did you just get a bunch of free Scotch tape or what? This is literally wrapped in 4 different layers. This is now the 4th layer. Apparently gift wrapping. Somebody decided to wrap it as a gift for me. Even though I just ordered it. Never specified that I wanted it to be a gift, but I guess it is a gift to myself. And this one would be The Road to Woodbury. So, sorry that took me forever to open over there. Kind of a pain in the ass. But so I will be reading both of these and then doing reviews on them, of course, alongside the comics, and the TV show. Now, this last one is pretty cool. I don't know if any of you folks play any video games. I would assume that you do, and that if you do, that you've probably heard of the Assassin's Creed series of video games. And as you can see in the background over there, I've got some Gears of War action figures. I've got some of the Todd McFarlane series of dragons. Always like the sci-fi, the fantasy type stuff. So what I did here is I ordered this great big box because I don't want to go, I can't afford to pay full price of stuff. And I got the series of action figures for Assassin's Creed 3. The most recent one in the now yearly series from Ubisoft. So these guys are pretty cool. I'm actually going to go here and use the magical power of editing, stop everything up, take these guys out of their packages and set them up, and then get a real good look at them too, because they're pretty cool and they're really nice and detailed. So we'll be back in just a few moments. So it took me a little bit longer than expected, but only a few seconds in movie magic time. This here, brothers and sisters, is Edward Kenway, who is, I believe, to be the main character in the upcoming Assassin's Creed 4. So it's actually very nice. A lot of detail on these things. You know, really, really cool looking. It's I've always liked stuff from McFarlane, Todd McFarlane, his production company. He actually used to draw comic books for Marvel. Drew Spider-Man and X-Men, a couple other titles that he worked on as well. Him and 5 other creators back in the mid-90s, about 25 years ago now, they went off and basically got tired of dealing with Marvel and the big corporate bullshit that came with dealing with them and being told how to draw and how to create. And him and 5 others branched off on their own and created Image Comics. Todd McFarlane is best known, though, for creating Spawn, which is still a running series, I believe. He no longer draws it. He's pretty much a multimillionaire now. But he also decided to start, about 15-20 years ago, a action figure company to actually make high-quality action figures. And originally it was for his Spawn figures, but he branched out and did movie monsters, and now basically, at this point, pretty much has the license to every reputable video game. He does the Walking Dead figures. He does a ton of different comic stuff. So very, very cool. If you ever get a chance to check out, or you're a collector of figures, you like any of them, he's done Dragon series, movie monsters. I mean, like I said, you name it, he does it, even some of the sports figures now. So there's Edward Kenway, and up next will be Connor. And here is Connor, the main protagonist, hero, assassin, I guess you would call him, from Assassin's Creed 3. And truth be told, I've played 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, completed all of them, a lot of them to 100% with all the achievements. I'm a big gamer. Really, really enjoy the series, the puzzles, the mystery behind it. However, 3, because it was a new character, we had the 3 prior games. We'd had Ezio Auditore de Firenze, and this was a new hero, a new character. Wonderful detail on him. Bow and arrow, he's got the hidden blades, everything. So I have still not gone back and beaten Assassin's Creed 3, which is something I definitely have to do before number 4 comes out in just a couple of months. So that is Connor. And last but certainly not least, we have Haytham Kenway. Anybody who has not played Assassin's Creed 3, this next part that I talk about will contain spoilers to the game. You play as this character, and they allude to the fact, they try to make you think, they trick you into believing that this is the good guy, that this is the new protagonist you're going to play as. And as it turns out, he has relation to the protagonist, which is Connor, but we find out that he's actually pretty much one of the main bad guys, and then we spend the rest of the game trying to hunt him down. So all in all, very cool figures. If you're not familiar with McFarlane Toys, I will put a link to their website in the description, and check them out if you like I said, if you so desire, if you like any of these figures, and just actually want to see any of them. So, or order any or what have you. So they do make a number of different video game related, movie related, sports related, pretty much anything you can think of. McFarlane's doing it now. So thanks a lot for watching, and we will look forward to catching you in the next one, nation. This right here is one bad dude. This is what he does to people who don't watch videos and don't subscribe. He freezes men in the carbonite, and he's one tough cookie. One tough cookie.